friends, this is Ifa. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to set up my bullet journal for June with watercolored flowers, butterflies and lots more. So the inspiration behind this theme is some photographs which I have found in Pinterest. Basically some trendy digital illustrations and a floral cafe. So I like both of the ideas and made a combined theme using my watercolor palette. I'm using my Winsor Newton cotman watercolor palette for this setup, which I always use. And I'm using 3 brushes. One is in size 0, another one in size 3, and the last one is in size 5. I'm using cadmium red hue, alizarin crimson hue and purple lake to make a pretty pink. And also I'm using a bit of white glitter so that I can make a lighter pink. For the tulips, I'm leaving some white spaces to make it more like watercolor painting on watercolor paper. As I'm using 160 GSM paper, I'm not very much tensed about the bleeding, but I'm a bit tensed about warping. So I'm using a very small amount of water to build the colors rather than using any water on water technique. For the tulip grosses, I'm adding a very light color of green and building up it gradually where it needs to be more dark. And for the darker shadows, I'm using a bit of a mixture of black and green to create deeper shadows. This is the first time I'm using my phone rather than my microphone to record the voice because my laptop is not working at the moment and it's very weird for me to do any voiceover without any script and my microphone. And I'm just watching at the video and talking to you guys. I think it's more natural, but it's taking more time than the usual scripted voiceovers. I think it's very easy when I don't have any script, so that I really didn't have to talk by saying that script and sometimes doing some fake emotions. So I'm very much happy about that, but it's the third time or third attempt to do the voiceover because of the noises from outside, and it's a bit difficult in daytime to give any voiceover here because the traffic sounds and some other sounds. So I'm just sitting at the midnight to give my voiceover. So I hope everything sounds good without my microphone. For these illustrations, I have added some background colors with my watercolor, and later I'll use a doodle brush pen because it was easy with those tip of pen to make some grades and draw some lines. I really didn't want to add any black fine liner into these illustrations, but without that it was look kind of dull. I've used the thinnest nib I have in my bag, which is Sakura Pigma Micron in size 005. And with the outlines, it looked a bit lively and I could add some details on it. Though you have seen that I'm not outlining the whole thing with one stroke. Rather than that, I'm just using a bit of light strokes and to create some dimension. As usual, I always apologize to you all about my late upload of my Plan With Me videos. It's 13th of May and I really didn't want to be that late this time. I filmed this video in 23rd of May, but I couldn't get time to edit the full video and give the voiceover. So I hope it's fine and you can take the inspiration for some other month's bullet journal setup. Or you can do it now with me if you haven't done your June bullet journal setup yet. For the tulip wrapper, I'm using my Sakura Jelly Roll pen and Sakura Pigma Micron to make it a transparent wrapper. I think it looks very cool with a transparent wrapper rather than a colorful wrapper. I don't know if that makes any sense, but with this theme, I think it looks perfect. My butterflies look a bit weird this time. I really don't know why I've made this weird kind of butterfly. And I've used some browns for the butterfly paintings. If you want to know about the shades and the brushes that I'm using here in my June bullet journal setup, be sure to check the description. I've listed everything there. By doing the outlines of the boxes and the header in a cursive font, I'm done with my cover page. I absolutely love how it turned out, and the next part is my monthly calendar page. For my monthly calendar page, this month I've gone with 6x6 grid layout, which you'll see later, and I've painted 2 branches of flowers in the top left and the right bottom. So I have some announcement to make in this video about my Patreon, that I've included a latest benefit into all of the tires, which is the newsletter, where I will talk about all of my upcoming contents, about the details of the rewards, some of the extra benefits, and some printables. Also, in this next month, I mean the June, you'll get another benefit, which is the Discord server. I'm very new into this, so I'm just figuring out how the Discord will be beneficial for everyone. If you want to join this month, that means in May, within the May, you'll get the other printables from March to June. That means March, April, May, and June. Otherwise, if you don't want to join in this month, you'll get from the benefits of June. If you're in my Patreon page already, be sure to download everything if you haven't already, because after May, all of them are going to be deleted. I would like to thank to my current patron, Sylvia and Victoria, for supporting me till now. I wasn't active in April because I was shifting my home and I was very busy with my other stuffs and the shifting procedure, so everything was a mess. I am very glad that you two were there till the end, enjoyed my content, voted on the polls. That truly means a lot. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. The next part is my habit tracker. For the illustration, I'm painting a rain lily in yellow, and I really didn't want to add any black fine liner into this, so I was just doing all the shades with my watercolor. This is also inspired by this picture, but I couldn't find the actual artist of all of these illustrations that I've shown you in this video. If you know the artist, please let me know so that I can address their handle in my description. And also you could find the actual artist of these pictures. I really didn't want to add this fine liner thing, and it just make a very big mess in the inner side of this flower. So I tried to save this painting with my Sakura Jelly Roll pen, but it was a full mess. The brush pen's fine liner I'm using here is gifted from Stationery Pal. You can get 12% off from Stationery Pal if you use my discount code TryTopazJournal, and I'll get a bit of small commission that can support my channel. The layers I'm using here is very common that I usually don't do. I always go with some horizontal layouts that was very difficult to track on, but this time I think I should try something different from the usual one, and I really love how this habit tracker spread is looking. Besides my habit tracker spread, I'm making my workout tracker, which has very simple layout, and every month I make some workout layouts, and that doesn't work for me. I truly don't have any kind of inspiration to do workout and make it as an habit. I'm trying, so I made this workout spread again. In this workout spread, I've left a lot of spaces in the right side to write everything, like which workout I wanted to do, or some trackers such as my water tracker, etc. And also I'll add some indications in the top of the calendar layout. This word is my content planner. If you know me, I can't live without a content planner, even though it was full empty last month, but I think I should make it every month because I really don't know when it is going to be very much useful for me. For the illustrations, I'm going with very small detailed illustration for this page, which is a bucket of flowers. I really like to paint wooden things. I really don't know why. It is very much enjoyable when you do all the mistakes, but it looks perfect if that makes any sense. And the flowers I'm drawing here, I really don't know what it would be called, but it looks good with the vibe of this theme. Besides my content planner, I'm making my simple thoughts or brain dump page. I really don't like to call it brain dump because it sounds a bit weird to me, and thoughts is just like you're writing all of these stuff that you're thinking about. Basically, in this illustration, I'm painting a ceramic pot with some flowers in it and some butterflies which is roaming on the top, and with some little details with my fine liner I've done with my content planner and thoughts page. The last spread is my weekly spread, which has 4-day layout and it's very simple to maintain. I usually add some time blocks into it, which helps me a lot. This spread was inspired by the talented Autumn Aldrich. I really like her spreads a lot. In May, I've used the exact same layout from her and it was very helpful for me. It looks both pretty and useful, so I made a simpler version of mine to make my life more easier, and I think I'll just continue this layout for a while. If I really think that I need some simpler and 7-day weekly layouts, I'll just keep making those too. So for the simple illustration, I've done some tulips and some magnolia flowers here. I really wanted to tell you all that I try to make everything more simple rather than make it more perfect, because I always film everything in a one go and it's very much difficult for me without any proper setting or proper studio to film for some days. So if I make any studio setup, that will be very helpful for me, and I'm thinking about that. And I'm done with my June bullet journal setup. Here is the final flip through. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and please give me some feedback that how can I make everything more good for you all. I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.